I thought, what if instead of using masking tape, we use metal, aluminum foil? It's malleable. You can bend it. The problem, as you can already tell, oopsie daisies, no structure. The solution is super glue and baking soda. We're not gonna overthink it. We aluminum foil's cheap, right? Correct? We're going to just go ahead and lay us on some aluminum foil. Craftsman actually has some centerfoil. It's extra thick. It's designed for film stuffs and whatnot. But that's what I'm going to use. This is probably your best recommendation. Middle of the road, conforms and is a little bit on the tough side. This is going to be an eye mask for a vinyl kitty cat head. So I'm going to focus my attention around the eyeballs. Now, just because I've stuck my finger in it, indented it, does not mean it's conformed. What I do is, I use a various of ball tools. And you want to sort of chase the metal from the point of interest outwards. The idea is just to keep working the metal, working it, until it conforms to the surface. All right. This part's extra important, okay? We're gonna go real fine here in a minute on these ball tools, but I'm gonna go ahead and make us a nice little flange. And we're going to do that by crumpling to the point. It literally will just like hold that shape like that. You want a nice flange around that, okay? Once you have a good layer, now go ahead and put you a second layer, okay? This is gonna be the key to it right here. And like Henry VIII, I am is the second verse, same as the first. We just take our time, work around the point of interest, and build up our flange. Once you've got your area of interest focused in and all the details pressed in nice and good around it, what we're going to do is carefully start the process of gluing this using capillary action. We basically want glue in between these two layers. That's the idea. That's what makes this whole thing structural. But what you want to be careful of is make sure you don't have any, like if you have tears, like I tore underneath the nose, I don't want to glue there just yet. I want to kind of keep it focused on the outside. Might add you some accelerator. Might add you some baking soda right here. That's going to help bulk it up anyway. And then eventually you want to carefully lift away. And then we want to focus on our areas of interest with the glue and reinforcing that. We want to have glue all layered up in here, but we don't want it to pool and create lumps on the inside. No. Keep this smooth, okay? That's the process. And then we go to a finer ball tool, finer. Yeah. And I'm just getting it way into that creases. Get it nice and press. All right, see that? Yeah. That's the kind of conformity we want right there. Now this next part is going to be one of the most important of the whole process, because just like with the band U2, the most important part of a paint mask is edge. We need to focus on making our edge extremely clean. I'm literally just showing, I'm using the X-Acto. This is not what, Grandpa would recommend. Preferentially, you might want to use like a jeweler's style. Yeah. But what I'm doing is I'm cutting a little bit inside of our line, okay? I'm giving us a little extra, because then what I like to do is to use abrasion and sanding to really refine that edge. I also like some super glue to soak in the edges around the critical points before we grind it and work it too much. Otherwise we might bend the edge. We want a nice, rigid, crispy edge. If you're comfortable with it, you can use a rotary tool. But please remember to wear your dust mask, alright? What I do is I take, and I'm doing a little, like, pulling. And you know how, like, if you sharpen a knife, you get a wire edge? You'll feel that there's an edge that probably you need to sand it down or smooth it. But be very careful not to go too far, alright? So we've got a set of masks, we've got some blank vinyl, but as they say, the proof is in the pudding. Oh no, the paint. I thought that was kind of clever in a way. Oh, let's spray paint some of these things.